Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back, everyone. On this channel, we talk about stocks and real estate. Today, we're going to be talking about my Robinhood portfolio and how real investing looks like. Let's start with a portfolio update. Currently, my portfolio is at $45,800, or in other words, about $46,000. On the right, you guys can see some of my holdings, which is right here. The majority of them have one thing in common: they pay a dividend. Some of the holdings that I have are such as AMD, Danos, Microsoft, Texas Instruments, Pfizer, Broadcom, Grin, DVN, NetTap, MED, Tapestry, and so on. Before I continue, guys, with my portfolio update, I just want to quickly talk about some news. As you guys know, that the Fed decided to hold off on interest rate hike, but says 2 more hikes are coming later on. This is a very good sign. By holding off the interest rate hike, that means that the Fed is actually doing their job. They are lowering the inflation. For example, if we go to another article and we scroll down, they're saying that inflation has dropped to 4% in May compared to what it was a year ago, which is a very good sign. It's down from a 9.1% from last June to all the way down to 4% in May. That means that the Fed is making a progress on their interest rate hike and bringing down inflation. At the end of the day, their goal is to reach a 2% inflation, which is good for the economy, which is good for the country and overall global economy. So in other words, they are making progress, and this might be a sign for a new bull market. By them holding off the interest rate, that's going to cause everything, all the stock market to rise, companies to borrow more money, companies to do well. That's why if we go back to my portfolio and we got it for year to date, we can clearly see it's up massively. Here we can see it's up 28%, or in other words, it is up $10,000. In a humble way, in the last 12 months or in the last year to date, I've made $10,100. For me, is a lot of money. How was I able to do that? By investing into good companies. Like, for example, dividend strategy has worked well for me. Let's take a look at one of my companies. And if we scroll down here, let's take a look at HP. Currently, I have about 57 shares at an average price of 28, and over the 5 years it's up around almost 30%. I'm going to take you guys to Seeking Alpha. This is where I do my analysis on, or at least this is one of the websites I use. I'm at Seeking Alpha. We put the ticker HP, HPQ, and let's take a look at their dividends. And then we go to dividend history, and we can see a nice clear path. We can see in July 2018 they were paying out 14 cents. In 2020 they were paying out 18 cents. In 21 they were paying 19 cents. In 2022 they were paying 25 cents. And then this year in 2023 they're paying 26 cents. And if we look at it for the 10 years chart, we can see a nice clear progress increase in dividend payment. This shows that the company is doing well, they are growing. In the stock market, these companies, they can manipulate their numbers in so many ways, but they cannot manipulate their dividend. The amount that they're paying out to their shareholders, they cannot manipulate that, because you cannot pay something that you don't have. By them having this amount, that means that they're able to pay out these companies in a sustainable way, in a long-term trend, which will then lead to a increase in dividend price, or a increase in dividend payout. It will lead to a share price. Like, for example, over the last 5 years, it's up 30%. If we look at it for 1 year, it's actually down for the year. So again, for 5 years, it's up around 29-30%, which is a increase. Again, let's go to HP. We're going to go to charting. Here we can see 1 year they're down, 3 years they're up 83%, and 5 year they are up by 32% or 30%. My point is that if we invest into these solid, good companies that are increasing their dividend year after year, this will directly correlate increase in the share prices, just like how we see here. But it's not, even though it's not a lot, but it's still not in the negative. It's still a decent amount at 32% over the last 5 years. So again, another fundamental rules that I have in my portfolio is that dividend increases leads to share price increase. I want to repeat that again. Dividend increase leads to a share price increase. Let's show you guys my portfolio. So one day, the market is actually live right now. We're down $300. If you look at it for 1 week, I'm down 300, and then for 1 month, I'm up around 2,300 or 5%. Let's look at it for 3 months. I'm up almost 12%. And then if we look at it for year to date, I'm up massively 28%. And then if we look at it for the last 12 months, I'm up around 25%. And then if we look at it at an all-time chart, we're up 27%, and this is without including the dividends. So if I were to include the dividend, this will actually be a lot higher. There are a lot of YouTubers out there that do not show you their portfolio because they don't want to be held accountable. We're not about that. So guys, I make these updates on a monthly basis to show you guys how real investing looks like. I show you guys my buys, my sells. So it's really important that you guys subscribe to the channel, follow along on a monthly basis. One thing I like to do, as I said, one of my strategies is dividend and growth investing, where I invest into these solid companies that are constantly growing their dividend year after year. One fun thing that I like to do is I like to compare my portfolio with the S&P 500 just to track how well it's doing. My goal is not to beat the S&P 500, it's just fun to track it, just to see how my portfolio is doing. So again, let's go back to my Robinhood portfolio. So if we look at it for year to date, my portfolio is up around 28%. Let's take a look at S&P 500. Year to date, it's up 14%. So I'm doing a little bit better. Look at it for 1 year. S&P 500, it is up at 16.7% or almost 17%. And my portfolio year to date is up around a lot higher, 25%. So again, why am I using the S&P 500? Throughout the financial world, S&P 500 is used as a base marker to track how the economy is doing. As you guys know, one of the reasons why you guys are subscribed to my channel is because I try to bring a lot of value to you guys. In the last 1 year or year to date, my portfolio has been doing extremely well, and this is because I buy into solid, good companies. But there's also another reason, which is because of the fear and greed index. And this index shows us how emotional the market is. This index also shows us the momentum of the market. Like for example, in the last few months, the market is extremely greedy. I mean, they're at 80. Previous close, they're extreme greed. A week ago was agreed. A month ago was agreed. A year ago, they were fearful. But today, the last few months, they are being greedy, which is pushing the market even higher. Again, when they're greedy, it's pushing the market. When they're in fear, the market is going down. And this gives us an opportunity to look at the momentum. Like for example, another thing I like to look at is the 125-day moving average. Like for example, currently our market is higher than the moving average, which is a bullish sign. When it's below it, it's a bearish sign. And so right now we're above it, so it should continue to increase. So if you guys get a chance, take a look at this fear and greed index to give us a glance on which direction the market will move. So again, one of the reasons why portfolio has been doing well is because the whole market's been up and everybody's been buying, is pushing my stocks up, and I'm invested into solid, good companies. Guys, if you guys made it this far, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to help my channel grow. At the end of the day, we are all on the same team. So now I'm going to take you guys to my Robinhood portfolio, or my Robinhood tracking sheet, which you guys can see right here on a monthly basis. And if you look closely month after month, if you guys look closely month after month, my trend is up. My dividend portfolio is going up. Yes, we see some flattening out here because I've been making a lot of changes. I've been buying into a lot more growth companies. At the end of the day, it is still growing because this dividend, this $100, $139, $106, $97, this is like a bonus, the icing on the cake. Yes, I care about the growth. This is just extra supplemental income to my Robinhood portfolio. So let's add for the month of April, May. So you should see a May pop up. Excellent. And we should see in the month of May, I made around $34.28. So if you guys haven't made one of these charts, make sure you guys make one of these. So that way you guys can track your portfolio increase month after month. So again, I'm going to take you guys to my portfolio, show you guys some of my holdings, and especially the ones on the bottom that I've been accumulating, such as Adobe, Salesforce, Snowflake, CrowdStrike, Airbnb. As always, guys, if you guys made it this far, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys next month. As always, thank you. Bye, everyone. Take care.